make a review on this beautiful Tudor ceramic black bay. If you have this watch, like I do, you have probably found out that it is extremely hard to decide what kind of strap you want to wear on this watch, because this watch does not come with a bracelet. Because it is ceramic, you can't put metal on it against the ceramic, because it could chip most likely chip the ceramic. So you can put a leather, rubber, or NATO strap on these watches. If you're like me, I never like to put leather on any type of diver watch because, well, it defeats the purpose. It is a diver watch for a reason. So if you don't really put leather on something that goes in the water very often. So then you can put a rubber strap. I have this rubber strap here. It's really nice, has curved ends. I can put the links below to where you can get this. And I have it fit on a nice deployment clasp here, very Omega style. So it allows the chain to go inside the strap. Fits real nice on here, but again, it's all black. So if you like watches, want an all black watch, it is really nice to have a black rubber one. But I like color. So I have here an assortment of straps here. I wanted to show you each one to kind of give you an idea of what this watch looks like on the strap. Now, Tudor comes with this strap here, black with the gold stripe up it, the middle of it. It is nice. It's a very soft strap. It bends nice and easily. The only problem I don't like about this watch, about this strap, is that it does absorb water pretty easily. Usually on NATOs that are very heavily nylon based, that repels water. This one feels a little more cottonish. I don't think it's not cotton, but it's, it has that texture to it. So water does absorb into the strap pretty easily. So I purchased this one as well, which matches the look of this one. And this red is very nice. It looks really good in the watch. I'll show you here in a minute. But again, this one is very supple, but it's a little more nylon-y than this one, so it does repel water a little more. But then again, it's a little too flexible. So what we're going to look for is something in between, something very flexible like this, and something that is very stiff like this one. We want something that's kind of in between. And the color we want is whatever fits your personality. And so I wanted to start with this one here. This is like a gold mustard yellow strap. This one, out of all these, has been my favorite. I usually don't have anything yellow on at all. I'm usually like an orange guy, red guy, some blacks, some greens, things like that. But I pretty much don't have anything yellow. And why I like this one is because it's not really like a bright yellow. It's more gold. You can see it in the camera here. And the gold just looks amazing against this black. And you could pretty much wear a gold and black watch pretty much with anything. So to take this off, really easy, of course, to change these out. And I'll put this one on real quick to show you what this looks like. Now I've had this strap for about a year, and you can see since it is not quite as stiff as others, the holes do start to fray on this one. You can easily fix this with a lighter, but it is very flexible, so it does feel comfortable, but it also moves around the wrist a lot more, so it can move this way, back and forth. It's not as solid as some other NATO straps are, but it does feel nice. And being the one strap design, it's extremely simple to put on. You can wear the buckle on the side of your wrist like that, or you can easily slide this down and have the buckle on the bottom. But yeah, that's a nice color. I do like that one. Now, what I originally had on it was this old strap. I've had this one for about 10 years, very old strap. And this is a burgundy color. And this was originally also a two-strap design like this. And you can easily cut them off right here and just have a single strap. Very easy to do. You just take a knife, take a lighter, and take away any fray edges there. And you can that way you can make any dual strap, if you don't want the dual strap, into a single strap. The red looks nice on the black as well. This is probably my second favorite. It looks really nice. So the red and gold really go nicely with the black. Now I have two of these straps because I wanted to try out just different manufacturers of it. And you can see they are pretty much identical, except for the loops. This is a more flat, brushed look. This is a little more rounder, polished look. Also, the buckles are different. This one has a spring bar buckle, and I think this one, same with the yellow one, is a solid buckle, but I'm not totally sure because I can't really see down in there very well to see if there's a spring bar in there. If it was, it'd be like this short, but this could be very well a solid buckle, which is nice. That means that one less part to possibly break away on your watch. So anyway, these are the two styles. This one feels a little more stiffer than this one. So we do like something that is a little more supple, like this. It just feels a little stiffer. But yeah, let's try it on. And this one matches the original color very closely. However, this is this really nice ribbed nylon, which looks really nice. And this is the more flatter, cotton texture. The design does look nice here, but I like this rib look. And there you go. That looks awesome. Really good coloring on that. It pretty much, of course, matches the one it was designed to go with. But if you like black, you bought a black watch, there's a reason for that. So these are all brand new straps, by the way. Most of them are. So they're all going to be a little tough. Put this on here like this. And of course you have this tag in. This is why people hate Natos. If you have a thicker wrist, that's going to stick out about this far, and you really cannot get down to the second loop. I do have a thinner wrist. I think it's about a 7.5-inch wrist, maybe a little smaller. So I do have usually just enough room to, I can either fold it back around and put it in here like this, like so, or you can put it down into the loop like this. It takes a little more time, but it does look a little neater. Like that. Then you have this really nice fold look right here, and that looks a lot cleaner with a smaller fold right there. That's the black and gold. That looks really nice too. That's almost, I think, as good as the yellow. If you want to dress it down a little bit, a little more inconspicuous with this color, but it just looks really stellar on this watch. Remember, this is a $5,000 watch. You want the strap to look nice. You don't want to look Mickey Mouse. You don't want to look like a plastic watch or anything like that. So this looks like a really nice combo. The problem with NATO straps is that if you get into too many stripes on it, it starts to look like you got the watch from Walmart or something like that. If people don't know what your watch is, if you don't know it's a Tudor, then they might just think it's a cheap, $200 watch, which we don't want to do that. So this is the black and gold, and that looks really nice. And of course, I did want to point out the differences between different styles. So if you're looking, I would go with something solid. I originally liked this one better because this buckle is, a little more pronounced. It looks nice. This one looks a little cheaper, but remember the buckle is going to be on the bottom of your wrist. Also, if this is a solid ring, that is by far way superior to a spring bar. Spring bars are notorious for a clip coming undone, and that's why sometimes we run Natos anyway, because the spring bar on the watch, if one comes off, the watch is gone. The Natos are attached to both pins, so in order for you to lose a watch, you'd have to lose both pins, which just does not happen very often. But yes, be careful when you order these. Look for ones that have a solid link, solid buckle, which is nice. And I really like, of course, the rib look. Here is a solid strap, and you can see the difference between the rib and a solid. They just look more cleaner, much more, rich looking. This is way old school, which I actually purchased because I like the olive drab look, especially with the black watch. But this new rib style is really, really nice. So let's look at this olive drab real quick. I had a watch a long time ago that was all black, and I had it on a olive drab color strap, and it looked really incredible. It's hard to do olive drab with stainless steel watches because it just clashes too much. But with the black, it does look really nice. Very military looking. So that, along with the sand color, they're very military looking watches. And it just screams military right there. Black and green. And it just, all day long you could pull it off as a really nice military look, or just a really well made tool watch. Pilot watches are normally done in this look, even though this is a diver, but that looks really nice. Again, this is a single strap, so it does make it a little easier to where you want to put your buckle on the sides of your wrist or on the bottom. This one has large rings, so it's really easy to get into. And of course, we want to tuck it down in here. You can do this with these larger rings a little easier because they move back and forth. And that's an easy way to use large rings. You can't do that with these smaller rings because they're just kind of held in place. But these big rings fold back and forth, so you could easily fold over and have a nice little tuck-in piece like that. That's the green. That looks really nice. Again, this is a flat, nylon, not the ribbed. It's hard to find a good olive drab color in the ribbed. This is close. It's green, but it's not quite that olive color. So there is a difference. This looks a lot more military looking, and a lot more tool looking. You can wear this all day long, for years, and just continue to look awesome. That's also why I like this one. You can wear this for a year and it just gets dirty, and probably as this ages, it's going to look nice and like kind of golden brown. This would look really good aged. So that's a nice color. But this is too. This one. This is the crimson. Again, this is a nice soft one. This one and this one are the same. Very, very similar. Both have the ribbed. You can't see the rib in this one as much as this brand, but it is there. Again, it's very similar to this one. You can see the difference. This looks a little more, just different. This one is stiffer. Not too much stiffer, but it is stiffer than that one. And that's the burgundy with the like that. Again, that looks good. Now you can see there is a difference between how much this one, shows off. So somebody is passing by, they're not going to see it as much. I'm going to notice it. And someone who likes red might notice it, but it's not as flashy as the gold or even the black. Black even looked better, I think, than this. But if you like red, like burgundy, this is a really nice strap to wear, or at least to have in your collection if you ever want to change something out. But that is nice. All right, let's go to the blue. I do have some blue straps. Now I do have this blue parasol strap here that I have worn on several occasions. It looks nice, but blue and black, they do go nice together. But again, it's kind of hidden. It's not going to stand out very much. So if you want to stand out, you need something brighter than blue. But it looks nice. The reason why I don't wear this one much because this particular one has a leather backing. And again, I don't like leather on divers because if I go in the water, then it's ruined or close to ruined. I do go swimming a lot with these and go actually diving and snorkeling with my dive watches, and as well, of course, in the shower as well. I'm a 24-hour guy, so I like to wear the watches at all times. Not really a reason to take them off, but so that's why I don't like leather on dive watches. So blue does look nice. It's very subdued, so it's not flashy at all, but it does look nice. There's black and blue. Again, that's it's not going to win any contest on most flashy watch, but it's pretty. One thing to note, again, I think because this looks nicer than some other blues because of the rib look. You can see the rib on it. That's very noticeable, and I do love that look. This one has a much larger buckle, and so the holes are larger than the circular holes here. These are probably last a lot longer than these. Circle holes, they tend to dig pretty well, and this has a bigger surface area so that it's not going to rip as much. But you can also always, fix these things with just a lighter, and it will melt the nylon to fix that. Anyway, that's the blue. So this is the stiffer strap. So this one doesn't like to fold in very easily. And since it's stiffer, it sits quite a bit higher and wider on the wrist. If you have smaller wrists, it actually looks pretty nice because it does add some volume to the watch itself. But it does add quite a bit. It is stiff, so it's not as soft. But that's the blue and black. It does look nice actually when I look at it. Yeah, so it looks good. So what does a tan one look like? Again, this is very military looking. Now we've seen tan on a lot of black watches, so this does look nice. And people go back and forth between black, green, and tan. But that's a tan look. I'm not fond of it myself, but a lot of people do like it. And that is on the wrist. It's kind of like the gold, but it's much darker. So if you're going to wear this one, don't expect anybody to really see it, notice it. It is a black watch with a tan strap. Not much going on. I do prefer the olive drab, I think, over the tan. That's just my opinion. And if I was going to go with a kind of a brownish color, I would go with the gold. And as this wears, it will probably not get real close to this color, but it'll develop its own patina and just look like you've worn the watch for a long time, and it will look really nice. So that's the brown. One last one here. I do want to show this one. This one is really cool. This is an elastic strap. So it's very comfortable. I like the gray color with the red stripe. I wanted to see if I could find one just like this color in a strap like this with ribbed, but I couldn't find one. So this has no ribs on it. It is just a flat strap. You can see the difference here between the nylon, a ribbed, and the elastic. There is a difference in, light reflection and stuff. But this is nice. Let's try it on. So there you go. That's sharp looking, very sharp. The other nice thing is that, of course, elastic straps are very comfortable. They're not sharp at all. You do have to pull them tighter. So to keep it from moving around, you have to pull it tighter on your wrist. But I can see that if I pull it tight like this, of course, it feels really nice on the wrist. It's not moving around at all. But over time, I would think this would stretch, and then you have to keep going tighter and tighter and tighter until you run out of holes. So since it is elastic, I'm going to bring it all the way out to where it is just snug on my wrist just a little bit, and then go one down. Let's go down another one. So you can see I can spin it around. It's not really moving much. And I do have several more holes that I can attach it to if I really want it tighter. So that's extremely comfortable. Of course, these straps, they bend much nicer, much easier, because they're very, not stiff at all. That folds in there real nice. So it's a really clean look. Looks really nice. Extremely comfortable. Extremely comfortable. And it's not pressing on my wrist at all whatsoever. And it just looks really nice. I dig the gray and the red. My only issue is over time, how much of this stretch. Like I said, I've had this strap here for 10, actually maybe 15 years. 10 to 15 years. And it's still, I've cut it, and I've kind of modified it a little bit, but overall, this is still the exact same strap I had, just a little worn, and that's nice. We like that. We like worn stuff in our watches, a lot of sweat here. We're in the water all the time. This is actually the one I always took camping with me. Whenever I go camping or hiking or whatever, I would wear this strap on one of my watches, and because I knew I wouldn't lose a watch, and it was going to stand up to anything I was in. This one is soft, nice, but the elastic, you do have to be careful with that because you don't know how long that will last. So that is all the straps here. Of course, the black rubber, looks really nice paired with that. If you want to go all black, and I have some other rubber ones as well, like this classic blue. Looks stellar on this, but I'll do a different review on this later. But that looks really nice too. All rubber, so it's really great in the water. So yeah, that's good. But I just wanted to show you some of the nail straps here. So what is your favorite? Are you like the olive drab guy, which I originally had purchased this one before any of these other ones, and I saw the ribbed. I was like, I do really want to try that. And so I grabbed this yellow and did not think I was going to like it as much as I do, but it is actually my favorite. My second favorite would have to be the black. This is an olive drab color with the black rings. Very military looking for the black watch. Again, this watch is extremely hard to pair with something. So you need to choose your own color to go with the watch, because the watch itself does not attract too much attention, like say, a Rolex, or it's a brightly colored stainless steel watch. So you got black, so you want to match it with something that's kind of cool black, very military look, or a strap that just really screams, hey, look at me, I got gold on a strap. It's cool looking. So that is it. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. I'll put a list for these straps down below in the comments so that you can purchase them. I think that most of them are actually on eBay. Amazon. And I'll share links with those. So give me a thumbs up, a like. I really appreciate this. Thanks for your time.